seems to have a hard time with. So I went with these 3/4 diameter, and I had to put these aluminum plates in here because there was nothing to mount these screws onto because there were no holes there. The actual original bearing was right here for these holes, and it came out and it came like this. And it would have been a really sharp turn for that belt, and it doesn't seem to like that. A lot of resistance on that belt. So I had to, I actually hollowed both of these out, but I only had to do the one. I don't know why I was doing both of them, because I was thinking, well, I'll put, half. I was going to split this in half and put half there and half here. And then I realized that I didn't have to do that. I put the whole thing on the one side instead of half of it on this side and half of it on the other side. I just put the whole thing on one side. So I was able to do this because these little pieces on the inside, that's the filler material that's inside this part. The honeycomb, that's what it looks like throughout this whole part. So I had to build this up. So you think of this as the walls in your house. These are the frames, and you think of the skin as the drywall. So the drywall fits onto the frame, and then you have this surface just like you do in your house. So that's what I had to do. I had to grind this down to get through this drywall into the frame. Then I was able to epoxy these aluminum pieces. They're only 1/8 inch thick, and it's just thick enough for me to drive that screw in there. Well, it's a threaded bolt, 632. So I drilled that hole and I tapped it. So now I have a solid surface for that bolt to fit on, because you can't just drill into here, because it's plastic, and it's only, I don't know, maybe 35 or 40 thousandths thick, and there's no strength there at all. So you have to cut this away and put something in there for something to fit into if you wanted to add something here. So I realized that after, like I said, after I did this one, I didn't have to do this one, but there was no point in filling this up with anything, because that's just going to sit in there and it's not going to bother it one bit. So that's going to be like that. Then the belt's going to ride in here. It's going to go in here, around that pulley, back out, and it's going to rotate with this motor in the back. So I plan on putting this motor in the back, putting the belt on, putting the motor in the top. And the top one, I was going to drive with the Arduino and use the step indexer program to rotate it. And on this one, on this side, the up and the down, I was going to use this motor controller. But for now, I can just plug this motor controller into the one on the top and rotate it. And I can take the wires off of that servo and plug the other servo into it from the one in the back and rotate this up and down this way, just to see how it works, make sure all the belts work and everything. So that's the plan, is to put this together with the motors in it, with the belts in it, and see if I can't get this thing to operate. And I'm thinking that, well, with this pulse generator and You know, all I have to do is hook it into this motor driver, and then I got the power supply, and that's basically all I need is to make that motor move. I don't actually have to have an Arduino with a program in it, but that will be added later. But just to make it move, all I need is the pulse generator and this. And that was from the Curious Scientist. I think I mentioned that earlier, and I don't have the information right now, but so I think that's pretty much it for now. I got to put this thing together, try to get something to work here, but all right, guess I'll talk to you later.